boy Cool Quay. This is the Cool Quay Show, brought to you by the Undisputed World of MMA fight fans. Today, I'm going to be talking about, the big heavyweights. I call them the big babies of the UFC, baby. Sergey Spivac versus Marcin Tybura. I'll be talking about that fight. If you didn't know, now you know, fight fans. This is a rematch fight between these two heavyweights. And fight fans, I gotta tell you, I've been juggling around to see who I'm gonna pick for this fight, man. I've been juggling around to see who I'm leaning towards. I've been doing a lot of, recapping on the past fights, recapping on the first fight they had back in 2020. These two fighters, Spivac versus Tybura. And fight fans, I have to tell you, man, it's been kind of difficult. It's been kind of difficult. Sometimes when a fighter have a rematch with someone, like, let's say Jones in DC, or let's say, I'll take it all the way back. Even GSP Matt Hughes, GSP versus Josh Scott, Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz, they rematch. But sometimes when you look at rematches, sometimes the person's able to, regain that loss and defeat their opponent in a rematch. And sometimes it don't really go that way. The opponent is just the better fighter, and like Benson Henderson, Anthony Pettis, they rematch, when Anthony Pettis flew up the cage through the kick, and and then he damn near broke his arm in the UFC to become the lightweight champion in the UFC in Anthony Showtime Pettis. So sometimes, fight fans, it doesn't matter if it's a rematch or not. You know what I'm saying? But it's rare that a fighter gets their revenge. If you kind of get what I'm going with that. So I've been juggling around a lot with Marcin Tybura versus Spivac. And fight fans, in this rematch, I need y'all guys to do me a favor, man. Y'all need to do me a drum roll. I need a drum roll. I'm by myself, ain't got nobody with me. Do a drum roll for me, fight fan. Okay, I got home a pick. I'm gonna go with Tybura. I'm gonna go with Marcin Tybura. Tybura, man. His last fight with Tybura, he was getting pieced up, getting lit up pretty good. But I feel like something that I like about Tybura, and I talked to Rich Ali about this as well. Over the years, with me watching Tybura, even the fight with him and Spivac, I noticed that Tybura don't have no quit in him, man. He has no quit in him. He'll keep going, keep pushing forward, no matter how tough the fight get. He kind of reminds me of DDP, Dricus Du Plessis. And I'm going to get into that. I'm going to make those predictions. I'm gonna get those with Rich Ali as well, because I have a lot to talk about when it comes to that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like how DDP is Israel's worst nightmare in middleweight. But pick it back to Tybura. Tybura has no quit, but he kind of give me that DDP vibes though. When DDP never quitted against Sean Strickland, when he kept pushing forward, when he was getting pieced up in the first and second round, and his eyes swelled up, and I was just thinking that Strickland will run away with this, and still middleweight champion. But DDP proved me wrong, man. A lot of doubters wrong coming to the fight, and he just bit on that mouthpiece, like I always say, grit it down, and like just threw everything. Just threw everything. Like went to his bread and butter, his wrestling. Let me mix it up. Let me confuse Strickland a little bit, because he got some really good boxing. Let me add some takedowns. Let me keep Strickland guessing on the feet. But I refuse to give up. I'm not giving up in this fight. I came too far. I don't know when I'm going to get another opportunity like this again. And that's the mindset that Tybura go in every fight, like having. Like, I'm not quitting. And that's what got him the win against Tybura. I'm not doing too good on the feet. I'm getting pieced up by Ty, the power puncher, in the heavyweight division. Let me switch it up. Let me shoot a takedown. He shot the takedown, threw the elbow, sliced him open, whoop, got the shot.
Does he want to stay here and eat these kind of shots when they're coming from behind? or do you want to turn and give him the mount? Of course, if he gives him the mount, oh.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, well, Tybura don't have wrestling. He don't have wrestling, and Tybura is a decent grappler in himself. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, Tybuра's not an easy person to beat, man. You know, Tybura has fought some wrestlers and was able to get back up and piece them up. So, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't, you know, it was a tough fight for Tybura, but he stuck in there and he got the job done. Now look at these two fighters. Who has made the most improvements? I feel like Marcin Tybura, with him, fight fans, it's kind of like he beat the people he's supposed to beat in fights. Like, he's maintaining. Marcin Tybura is maintaining as a fighter, as an MMA fighter. So he beat fighters he should beat. I guess you could say like the Tatubasas, the Derrick Lewises, the Biggie Boy, Rosenstrikes in the heavyweight division. You know, like those guys. Maybe a Curtis Blades in the future. But he beat those guys, top 15. But he faced guys that's higher ranked. Like if you run into a Sirigun, or if you run into a Stipe, if Stipe don't retire at you know, in November, you know, that fight with him and Bonnie Bones Jones, yeah, the white beater. Just joking. But if Tybura able to stick around and fight those top 5 fighters, I don't see him beating those guys. I mean, he like I said, Tybura's a tough matchup for anyone because he can do it all. You know, he got decent striking, good grappling. Even in the first fight with spivac, he went for some takedowns in that fight to throw in the takedowns, let spivac, you know, like I'm mixing it up, and just, you know, he just kept the fight going in that fight. But I feel like Marcin Tybura, I will lean towards him, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he's 38, but it's okay. Spivac just the same fighter. A little bit of improvement in his grappling. He's not the same fighter from 2020, but he's still that same fighter when I look at him. Even the Derrick Lewis fight, he landed like, what, 10 takedowns on Derrick Lewis and got the submission. Like, I mean, it's Derrick Lewis we talking about, fight fans. Derrick Lewis, you know? And he's able to submit Derrick Lewis. You know, hooray! You know what I'm saying? Like, give him a hero cookie for that. Like, give him a ranked opponent for that. For, you know, submitting Derrick Lewis. Like, you know, it's Derrick Lewis. But Spivac hasn't made that much improvement. His last fight he lost was devastating. I felt bad. He got his ribs broke. His nose was shattered. Live in Paris, man. My man Bo Gaiman got it done, man. I knew Bo Gaiman was going to get it done to go back to the drawing boards and train some wrestling, train some defense, and really focus more on the grappling and the wrestling defense. And if he get taken down, knowing how to get back to his feet intelligently. And that's what Sirigun did in that fight. Blocked it. It's on the feet. I told Rich Ali leaders, I told my people this. If Sirigun blocked those takedowns of Spivac, Sirigun will piece Spivac up. Piece him up real bad. And that's what he did. Broke his ribs. And some of them made him look silly out there. And it's just kind of like, he just pieced him up and embarrassed him out there, man. In Paris, the second round, it just wasn't good. He's just getting pieced up. Like Sirigun was doing what he wanted to do.
He's got a minute 25 to work. Warnings from the referee.
Goddard is all over this.
Spivac's stand-up is not that good. It always been boo-boo. Even when he fight Onik. That Onik fight with him and Onik was the sloppiest heavyweight performance I ever seen, fight fans. God, that was I gotta have a drink on that one. Look, Spivac got the victory. I understand. He submitted Onik. But it was the most sloppiest heavyweight fight in heavyweight history, man. I'm looking at that fight like these guys. I don't even know if Spivac. I don't even think, even when Spivac fought Tom Masvidal, he didn't even land a punch or a shot on him. You know? At least Tybura, you know, was able to hang with Tom Masvidal until he got KO. At least he was able to land like 2, 3, 4 strikes on Tom. But it's just, Spivac just never really impressed me. Like, name a fight that Spivac has had that made you go like, oh my God, that's one of his best performances. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like, he's just there. He's just there, and he just rely on grappling, and you know, he's just not that heavyweight that's involving. You know, he's just not that guy, fight fans, and that's why I got to go against him. I just see Marcin Tybura getting it done, like and you know, beat him. Probably not smoke him. Like, you know, or it might not be a walk in the park. He might not smoke him like he did in the first fight they had. But I at least see him getting it done, man. Getting it done. Putting that pressure on him. You know, landing his own takedowns. You know, a little dirty boxing. Shooting in some takedowns. You know, just having Spivac think a little bit. We also don't know how Spivac's going to come back from that ass whooping from Bo Gaming, man. How will Spivac come back from that mentally? Ribs broke, nose shattered, just a beat down. How will Spivac come back from that mentally into this rematch with Tybura? So there's a lot of stuff that's going on. I can see why Tybura is a favorite in this fight. You know, I can see why, fight fans. But fight fans, I got Tybura, Marcin Tybura. I think his experience, his veteran experience, his heart, and the grit this man has when he in fights, when they get tough, man. I think that will carry him a long way in his rematch on Saturday night. So I'm gonna go with Tybura, Marcin Tybura for this fight. Yeah, man. Don't see Spivac getting it done, man. But if he do, I'd be happy for him. I'm not on here to talk trash about Spivac. But as a heavyweight fight, I just haven't seen him involved, man. I see the same Spivac, man. Even in the Cyril gun fight, his striking was trash, man. Trash. I'm like, why do you even put this matchup together, Cyril Gunn and Spivac, man? That's how bad it looked, man. Spivac got to improve. He got to improve. Even in Marcin Tybura too as well. But I still see Marcin Tybura sticking with Spivac, man. I really don't see him sticking with him. And just beating the ball head off him. You know what I'm saying? I really, really do. I really do, fight fans. But there you have it. Your boy Cool Koi. Keeping it real, giving to you uncut how I felt about these two fighters and the improvement they made. You know, Tybura won the last fight. So he coming in with that momentum, that confidence. And Spivac didn't, man. He just got TKO'd, man. Got beat down by my man Cyril Gunbo Gaming, man. So, hey, man, I don't know how he gonna come back mentally, man. But may the best man win, fight fans. Fight fans, y'all stay tuned for our fight reactions for UFC 305. The African versus African. Number 3. Y'all better watch out for the monkeys when we do all predictions on that fight, man. But we're going to do our predictions, you know, a little countdown, reaction like we always do. You know, we get a little juicy. That's how we get lit. That's how we get ourselves, you know, turned up for fight week. You know what I'm saying? UFC 305, that's how we do it. Make sure you stay tuned. Yes, Lord. Tastes like candy. Tastes like candy. Woo. But yeah, fight fans, stay tuned. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Let me know who you have for this fight and why. If you want to, comment why you have it. But just let me know who you got for the fight. If you disagree with me, argue with me about it. You know what I'm saying? Tell me some things that you might see in Spivac game that improve. Or why you have him winning the fight against Tybura. But I got Ty winning this one, man. I'd say it's decision. I think he's gonna go to decision. I don't think he's just gonna finish Spivac. I think Spivac better survive the fight. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the most exciting fight. It might be a heavy grappling fight. You know what I'm saying? We never know. But we gonna have a fight. These are heavyweights at the end of the day. We love the sport because anything can happen, fight fans. That's why we love it. But fight fans, y'all stay tuned. Like I said, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Get one of y'all fingers, your thumb, your pinky, or one of those, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. And tell a friend, fight fans. But it's your boy Cool Quay. Brought to you by where? You know, the Undisputed Real MMA, baby. You wonder. I know.